welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with my esteemed colleagues, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Brooklyn Nets. Looking at the Nets, more than solid play for them of late. 7 wins in their last 10 outings, making their mark and playing well. DeMar DeRozan had a breakout year in 2014, but took a little step back last season, was banged up a little bit. Kenny, how does he turn it around?
Well, he just needs to stop settling for jump shots. Even when you're hurt, a lot of times you're reluctant to get to the rim. But more in the second half, I think, this season, he just needs to get to the rim, get to the basket. That will change the whole mindset of the whole team.
I agree, Kenny. He's best when he's attacking the rim, and he needs to do more of it. You know, he needs to understand that he's known for being.
Let's take him back.
It's time for some hoops at the home of the New York Knicks. We're bringing it to you live on 2K Sports. It's out on the road tomorrow as the Knicks wrap up this home stretch. They've been picking up some steam, and if they can play this well all season, they'll be in excellent shape.
And right now for the Knicks, they've got to be thrilled with the way this season has started for them. They've already got some big wins under their belt, and definitely a confidence booster.
And, you know, I think it was important for them to get off to this sort of start. I mean, they had to prove themselves early that they were going to be able to compete with the big fellas, and they've done that.
And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Antetokounmpo out there with Robinson. Then it's the chosen one, and it's Caboclo in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's the chosen one. Shot clock at 6. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
You know what, though? Not only did they get to the free throw line a lot, but they converted at a high clip.
Old school basketball here. Hard-nosed, fundamental, just solid old school performance right there.
So it's Brooklyn now, following the miss by Michael Conley. Kicks to Antetokounmpo. It's good from long range. Antetokounmpo's got the first 3 points tonight for the Nets.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Listen, the Knicks had a hard time scoring last year, just lacked any real presence in the paint, and lacking that paint threat makes things easier for the opposing defense.
You know, at the Knicks, they were second to last in field goal percentage from their front court. Granted, they were hit by injuries. It seemed like all over the place all season.
Yeah, you know, with that poor field goal percentage shooting and being top 3 in field goal attempts on the year, not a good combination.
He hits the second from the line. About a minute played so far here in the first. Here's the chosen one, covered by Conley. Here's the chosen one. That's good from 17 feet away.
What a great play. Totally schooled the defender on that one.
James with it. Coming off a stellar performance against Philadelphia. Right block shot. It's tipped. To the middle. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Olajuwon. James kicks to DeRozan. Got a hand on it. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
And the dunk by James.
Well, I tell you, he squeezed that orange as tight as he could before that throwdown.
Yeah, no way he was going to lose that thing on the way up. You're right, Clark.
And better safe than sorry on that one, guys.
Here's the chosen one. Against Phoenix, he was really on his game. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Robinson kicks to Antetokounmpo. 5 to shoot. That's good. The chosen one's got his second bucket of the night.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Feeds it to Conley. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. LeBron, no good.
The shots aren't dropping yet. They've missed 4 of their first 5 shots.
Robinson passes to Antetokounmpo. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. And it's 8 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now, here's DeRozan. A 14-point game for him in the win against Philadelphia.
Yeah, but he set up shop at the free throw line. I mean, he just could not be defended out on the floor. Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The Knicks have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. And Olajuwon drops them both. Nets leading by 7. Right wing. Passes it to the chosen one. They set the screen. Goes up off the pick. Howard down with both hands.
What an incredible run they're on right now. Offense as well as I've ever seen it play.
Every single guy on their team with the absolute Midas magic touch, shooting the lights out here.
Out of bounds, Knicks ball as New York keeps possession. A different look for New York. Ginobili comes in for Fareed, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Mike Conley. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's Olajuwon. That's short off the rim.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish. And last year, the Nets would end right in the middle of the pack in that Atlantic division. Many thought they could try and win it outright, but that slow start to the year didn't make that much of a possibility.
And yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on him.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. The first one falls. As you said, the Nets ended 3rd in the Atlantic. They did have a good divisional record, Clark, going 10-6 against the rest of their division.
And, you know, everybody thought the Atlantic would be the weakest division, but that was disproved, sending 3 teams to the playoffs, the Nets being that 3rd team. Really not a bad showing given how tough that division ended up being.
Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for New York. Landry comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Oubre is checked in for Brooklyn. Here's the chosen one. Can't get it to go. And New York the other way now. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Jackson has the open look. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Jackson's got his first basket of the night. Here's the chosen one, guarded by Jackson. The chosen one. Landry grabs the miss.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
And the chosen one gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Brooklyn making some changes. Ellie comes in for Booker, and it's Moutier in for the chosen one. Now the feed to Jackson. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Jackson's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go. Here's Moutier, and stolen by James. And here's the fast break. LeBron leading the way. Jackson misses.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Here's Moutier. Can't get it to go. And New York will come the other way. And this is their first time matched up with Brooklyn this year.
2 division rivals facing off tonight. They'll see one another 4 times this season.
This is definitely the first of many tonight. And in these first games, you always try to set the tone and take that mental and psychological edge.
Well, perhaps one of the most intriguing draft picks of this past summer, Emmanuel Moutier, can be a game-changing player. Was going to play Clark, as you recall, at SMU for
That's
Larry
right.
Brown.
He sure was, and went overseas instead. So we don't know a ton about him other than his reputation is sterling. Now we'll see if he can live up to it.
And New York making a change here. Patterson's checked in. Now here's Moutier, guarded by Jackson. Now here's Moutier. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. 6 on the shot clock. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Knicks trail by 7. Here's Jackson. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. And that one's good. Jackson's got 6 points.
Knicks lead, 13-18.
Moutier. No good. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Nets lead by 5. And the San Antonio Spurs have really popularized that unselfish offensive style of play. Manu Ginobili talked about their Spurs approach.
Let's take them back.
There's a lot to be said for knowing, Greg, who you are and what your game plan is, and there may be no other team that gets that better than the San Antonio Spurs.
And Kevin, it helps to have that core of Manu, Tony, and Timmy there as the foundation and coaches on the floor for each new wave of players that come on board, whether it's Leonard or Splitter, Mills, Green, or any of the other role players that have come through this Spurs organization.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. Hey guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
This is almost like a volleyball game when you watch just how many shots they blocked or altered.
Well, how about this? A lot of side out for them the way they swatted shots away. That's a volleyball term, by the way, folks.
Yeah, or handball.
Or handball.
Yeah, either one of the two. They're knocking a lot away.
Yeah.
Conley out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's DeRozan. Then it's Elijah Wan. And it's Patterson in at the 4 spot. Here the group, New York will start the second one.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively. You know, there was a bunch of stuff that went wrong for the Knicks last season, and we don't have enough time to get into all of it. But one thing that was at least decent was their play within the division.
Here's the chosen one. He's got 8. From deep three-point range. No good. That miss takes him to 3 for 7. Knicks trail by 3. Over in the corner, Conley. And they will call over the back on the play.
Yeah, nothing wrong with fighting for the rebound, but he gets nailed with the over-the-back call.
And, Greg, you know I was an offensive rebounder in my day, and I like that kind of aggressive play. But he's got to do a little better job of trying to get position earlier in that case.
That's a good point. Your positioning is so vital when you're trying to rebound the basketball, and that's something that wasn't on display on that possession.
Here's the chosen one. He's as deadly a weapon as you're going to find in the league, an average of almost 35 points a game. Wow.
Assist from.
Well, last season, the Knicks did finish last in the Atlantic Division, but they at least took 5 games off the rest of the teams.
Yeah, and listen, they would like to avoid slipping back into the mid-2000s when they came in last in that Atlantic Division 4 out of 5 years. The division is still up for grabs year to year, so maybe the Knicks can get back on track faster than most teams that only win 17 games. You know what? He wasn't going to wait around for any help on that break.
Solo Soiree performance all the way. How about that for a little bit of a limerick?
I'm going to let it slide.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
That's good.
And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
And, Greg, their field goal percentage reflects that. I mean, they've been the much better team shooting the ball. And you know me, shooting percentage, always a function of shot selection.
Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
And he gets it to go. And now it's a 12-point Nets lead.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
The wide open look here for DeRozan. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing. And guys, one thing sometimes gets lost. I mean, Mike Conley is a proven winner. Remember, you go back in high school, won 3 state titles, and the one season at Ohio State led them to the national title game. So that aspect of what he brings, the intangibles, you're going to be a winner if Mike Conley's on your roster.
James checked in for the Knicks. Ginobili comes in for Jackson. And the Nets also making a change. Caboclo, he's checked in for Thunder. Nets leading by 10. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Olajuwon grabs the miss.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
It's blocked, and it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. And a brief look now at the best rebounders from the point guard position over the past month. And you look at the chosen one of the game's best, second in the league.
And this is a unique group of players. It's not often we talk about the rebound leaders at the point, but with these guys, it's warranted because of just how well they do.
And Greg, I think it gives them an edge over most of their counterparts at the point guard spot. I mean, desire, attitude, and they really look to mix it up. They're not afraid to do anything to help their team's cause.
Brooklyn with the ball, following the miss by Kenneth Faried. Here's the chosen one. Good on the three-point shot. The chosen one's got 11.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
Faried dishes to Ginobili. Conley with a wide-open look. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Manu Ginobili. His last 10 games, he's right around 9 points a night, 4 assists and 3 rebounds. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
He certainly knows his role, and he gives you some good minutes. That's really all you can expect from him at this point.
A different look for New York. Andrew Bogut checked in for Olajuwon, and Carl Landry has subbed in for Kenneth Faried. James against Antetokounmpo. LeBron drives in, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Knicks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
At the line for 2.
And both free throws good for LeBron. Not much to complain about for Brooklyn fans with the Nets' road play last year. Looked pretty much the same as they did at home.
And Kevin, that can cut both ways. I mean, the Nets were 19-22 on the road. Exactly the same record they had at Barclays.
Here's Conley. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Here's the chosen one. He's covered by Ginobili. Here's the chosen one. Landry grabs the miss.
And for the Nets, on the road, they did have some differences. As a team, they shot better on the road than at home by a significant margin.
35.
Here's the chosen one, covered by Conley. There's a screen by Robinson. Here's the chosen one. 13 points in the game. Robinson, that's good.
Glenn Robinson.
Robinson's got his second basket of the night.
You know, overall, the Nets had the same road record as they did at home. I mean, but late last year, they were the only team with more road wins than home wins. That was the case until their final game of the season, actually.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock.
Already, he's looking at his 3rd foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the 3rd quarter.
The Knicks have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
Here's the chosen one. He's as deadly a weapon as you're going to find in the league, an average of almost 35 points a game. Wow. Off target on the 15-footer.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Conley kicks to Landry. At the elbow, it's James. Nails the wide-open jump shot. LeBron's got 9 points.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
And so
it's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Nets?
Well, in terms of running a smooth, efficient offense, they've been as good as it gets. The looks they've created have...
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Knicks fans, these are your Knicks.
now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. What can you say? The chosen one, an impressive effort here today.
You know, we talk so often about making your teammates better, and his ability to see the floor and then make those passes on time in that first half was the key.
Boy, I tell you what, they say he's not a playmaker, but he certainly has fooled me with the way he's performing right now.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. We've got the chosen one. Antetokounmpo is out there with Robinson. And it's Booker in at the 2. Screen by Fareed. The drive by LeBron. And he dunks it down.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
Thing about DeMar DeRozan, he came into the league fairly unpolished, struggled to handle the ball, created then his own shot, and but sometimes he would create for others too.
Yeah.
But he's settled down. You can see the growth.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. You can see the physical talent was there in terms of him playing the 2. The question was, could he make the commitment mentally to become a great player? Well, from what he's done the last few years, I would have to say he's definitely been able to do that.
A solo fast break. Here's the chosen one, covered by Conley. Here's the chosen one. They get it again. Knicks trail by 8. And now here comes Conley leading the break. He feeds it to LeBron. 7-foot shot. That's in there. Conley with the assist. And that's 13 points for LeBron.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Down low. It's tipped. Stolen by Fareed. LeBron James again. LeBron's got 6 points in the quarter.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Here's the chosen one. Drills the elbow jumper. The chosen one's got 17 now. Knicks have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
And last season, the Nets made sure nobody went off against them. They would lose games, but they did a great job of limiting an opposing star from taking over.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Derek Fisher was giving to his team. He said their plan was run their offense through LeBron. Coach detailed the ways to ensure he's the one in charge out there, with the ball in his hands and the rest of the players falling in line behind him. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Knicks trail by 6. As you mentioned with the Nets, they limited takeover games, set an NBA record, in fact, Clark, by allowing the fewest 30-point scores against them.
Yeah, you know, only Harden and Lillard were able to get 30 points against the Nets. As you said, the first team to allow so few in a complete NBA season. Going back to '99, the strike-shortened season, the Knicks did it as well.
It's stolen by DeRozan. And here again, the Knicks in transition. Up the court they go. And that one's good. That's now 8 points for Reggie Jackson.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Here's DeRozan, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Here's Robinson. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Robinson's got his 3rd basket of the night. Knicks trail by 6. Outside DeRozan. Back to Jackson, Latrey, and the Knicks hit again from deep.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
The chosen one passes to Caboclo. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Caboclo's got his first bucket in this one. Jackson kicks to DeRozan. Olajuwon in the high post. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Olajuwon's got 6.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
There's a screen by Robinson. Shoots from 14. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
The drive by Olajuwon. That one rolling around and rims out.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Here's the chosen one. DeRozan defending. Fires from 14. And Antetokounmpo with the basket on the assist from Robinson. And that's 13 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo. The drive by LeBron. That's good.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
It's all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
The chosen one.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Splashed them one after another. It really was quite a display from the stripe. Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting. That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
Good. Landry's got his first bucket of the night.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
And as we finish the 3rd quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading. And thanks for joining us again as the 4th quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Here's the chosen one. We've got DeRozan. Conley out there with Ginobili. Then there's Carl Landry. And it's Bogut in at the center position. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Outside for Robinson. Releases from 15. Buries the jump shot. Robinson's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Nets. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a win against the Suns. Landry no good. Nets leading by 5. Pass to Kuboka. It's stolen by Bogut. Here we go, one-on-one. Got a hand on it. And here we go, Brooklyn fast break. Robinson misses.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
They grabbed their own miss. Bogut dishes to Conley. Back to Bogut. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The #1 overall pick in 2005, Andrew Bogut. Great expectations, Greg, for the big Aussie coming in.
Yeah, I mean, a phenomenal rebounder and rim protector. He's got that high basketball IQ from a defensive standpoint. You know, and on offense, he averaged over 20 points a game in college. He's an instinctive passer, just not much more you could ask for.
A different look for New York. Olajuwon comes in for Carl Landry. And James subbed in for DeMar DeRozan.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
Really left alone that time. 15 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You know, going back to Bogut's fanfare entering the league, the 3rd in Rookie of the Year balloting. Then he went on to have some solid, if unspectacular, years. So his shot blocking and defense were always strong. You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And guys, anytime it's real tight, you're looking for something that could be potentially a momentum builder. And that's exactly what that play looks to be. And folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
And guys, one thing people often forget to mention about Bogut, his passing. What sets him apart as a big man is his court vision, and whether it's from the high post, low post, he can create opportunities for his teammates.
Tries again. Over to the wing. Pass to LeBron. Right side, Conley. The pass to Ginobili. It's LeBron with the drive. Here's Olajuwon. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Here's the chosen one. Over by Conley. Here's the chosen one. 6 to shoot. Robinson, that's good.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
You look at the chosen one, he's been playing really well.
They need to make some adjustments because he's absolutely scorching.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hi, Kevin. Derek Fisher was just going over the plan with his team. He told his team to keep looking for three-point opportunities, saying their perimeter defense isn't doing a good job getting out on our shooters. So let's keep firing away until they decide to guard us.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Here's the chosen one, covered by Conley. Here's the chosen one. They get the rebound.
You know, most good coaches will always tell you the first priority should be to get the ball inside and draw some fouls, especially when you've got the lead.
Yeah, and at the other end, you can't give up the cheap fouls because those stop the clock and allow you to set your defense. So the free throw disparity has to be a cause for concern.
Here's James. Knocks it loose. Count that one, and the Nets lead has been cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Conley.
Big time basket there on the inside. I mean, he had to get that one up and over the big guy.
Way up and over the big guy, and what a time in the ball game to make it happen.
And now Fareed running the floor all by himself. Robinson with the block. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
The Knicks making a switch here. DeRozan's checked in. Here is Olajuwon. Shoots from 12. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively. One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from DeRozan.
They're shooting it quite well now. Again, function of shot selection, ball movement. Guys are in rhythm, confident, free-flowing, and they're knocking down their shots.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
1:12 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Robinson from outside the arc. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're behind by 5. 1:06 left in the fourth quarter. .106 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Olajuwon. Lays it up and banks it in.
Key buckets that we know he delivers down the stretch.
Here's the chosen one. Pulls up on the wing. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, they don't get much uglier than the quarter he's having.
Yeah, and it's not showing any signs, Greg, of turning around here soon. I mean, his touch is basically gone AWOL.
And again, New York running the court in transition, pushing it up. Sinks it.
Boy, is it tough to stop LeBron right now.
Brooklyn with the ball. Here's the chosen one. It's in!
Boy, what a pressure bucket that was.
Greg, now that's coming through in the clutch.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 1. 29 seconds left to play here in the fourth. .29 seconds left in the game. The drive by LeBron. Cannot hit. The Nets go the other way with it. And now we've got the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line. No good. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
So he comes up empty at the line.
You know, I don't believe in the word choke, but to come away empty right there is brutal. This game would have been over.
Nine seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. He dishes it to Olajuwon. And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Good job pulling the trigger when the defense opened up for him. He had an opportunity, took advantage of it.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Here's the chosen one. He got it! He caught it!
My goodness. Down it goes at the buzzer. Boy, it doesn't get any better than that.
Phenomenal finish. A 3 at the horn. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I guess really that's about the only way we could expect a game like this to close the curtain.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson again, folks, alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Time now to take a quick peek at our Jordan player of the game. He had it going on all game long, so when it came down to one shot to win the game, well, it was no surprise that he took it or that it was a game winner. What are your thoughts, Kenny, on his game tonight?
Well, he reminded us all of how dangerous he is as a slasher. He drove the lane time and time again and got points inside to show for it. An explosive, hard-charging performance. I loved it.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, you go into a building on the road and completely control the action like he did. Only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.